Hi everyone, welcome back. We're doing D&D again, and it hasn't even been that long since last time. I don't actually know how long it's been because I've lost all track of time. I don't know if we
It's
played.
been 2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks?
Maybe.
I thought we played last
Yeah.
week, and maybe it was 2 weeks ago, and I just don't know because I don't know how time works right now. Except that there's not enough of it. So, but last time we came to a new realm of Prismere. So after kind of wrapping up their dealings with Bavlorna, for now anyway, the party was sent on a task to go retrieve a portrait that she wants from her sister's dwelling in another part of Prismere. So everybody is off to thither to fetch a painting, and they took a balloon, a swamp gas balloon, so kindly piloted by Dumfrey Frogart, who brought them across to this different domain, which is more like a sort of like nice kind of primeval forest. There's this nice kind of fragrant breeze and like sunlight dappling the ground and big trees. There's little motes of pollen dancing through the air, and bird song. And so altogether so far seems to be a more pleasant place than the swampy hither. And Clapperclaw, who was their guide to get to this get passage through the mists into this part of Prismere, informed them that he does have to make his way back to Hither, but will first lead them to a friend of his who might be able to provide them some more guidance about what they're seeking here. So all they know is that they are headed to some place called Loomlurch. They got that name, which is the domain of what's her face? That other one, Scabatha Nightshade. But they don't really know where that is yet. So they were on their way to visit this friend of Clapperclaw when they came across some tracks, determined that a dragon of some sort appears to have been here and taken off. And then they followed some other tracks into the woods, some fair-looking prints with kind of two ruts near them, and discovered in the woods an agitated large owlbear pulling this sort of ornate carriage. And as we wrapped up last time, Ushka had managed to calm the owlbear, and in doing so, noticed that it had a little juniper emblem on its harness that it was wearing to pull this cart. So we left off having just encountered this potentially familiar owlbear. And so
Juniper?
the owlbear, you see, kind of was very agitated, but Ushka managed to settle the owlbear somewhat, and it has this moment where it's kind of like sort of calming down out of that sort of manic state it was in, and looks like it wants to bound on you. Like all of a sudden you get the sense like, oh, this creature recognized me, and seems like it wants to just bound on you and do the paws on your chest, push you down to the ground, and like nuzzle you. But as it does, it's like, oh, the cart, and realizes like it might hurt, like it could easily pull the cart on top of you, but it doesn't want to like hurt you. So that it just sort of like nuzzles up.
He rushes forward and hugs into Juniper. Juniper! Yeah. Guys, it's Juniper! And he just nuzzles into her neck.
Yeah, and she kind of nuzzles right in you and kind of pushes you. And I mean, she's very strong. Yeah, and she's obviously trying to be gentle, but she's very big and strong.
Right.
Are we sure that's Juniper?
She would have eaten me if she wasn't.
It's fair. Although you do have a way with animals.
Well, true, but I mean, no. This is definitely Juniper. I mean, owl beasts are not known to just randomly be friendly with anyone.
When you said she had the
Yeah.
emblem,
Mm-hmm.
was it the exact same, or was it like we didn't recognize the emblem? It is a juniper.
It is a juniper branch. Yeah. Yep. And now you can tell, like, now that this sort of raging animal has calmed down and started nuzzling Ushka, you can tell, like, oh yeah, there is something familiar about this owl bear.
Yeah, it's got that spot right there.
Yeah.
Spot,
the
like
fur looks. Yep. I mean, she's much bigger because she's full grown now. So
she still likes when you rub her right here.
Yep, and she kind of yep. It's that little kind of that sort of like low, that low kind of groan. Definitely.
Now, Ushka, you were actually speaking to her in her language, or no?
He was trying, but she's not a beast, so he can't actually speak.
Right.
I need to speak with what is monstrosity. Got to get that spell, whatever that is.
Yeah. The old speak with monstrosity.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
They got to speak with beasts. They should have speak with monstrosities.
Yeah. Just got to practice.
Will be.
But yeah, and obviously, like, she can't. She can't. I mean, she can't speak, but like the sense you kind of get after she settles down a little bit is she's sort of like glancing back at the cart, and it's kind of like the sense you get from her is, yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, something scary happened, and I don't know what, and I've been like running for my life. But now she feels calmer now that she sees all of you, but you can get the sense that, like, she's had something scary happen fairly recently that kind of sent her off hurtling through the woods.
I mean, Clapperclaw, can we bring her with us to your friend?
Oh yeah, I mean, he won't mind. I'm sure he won't mind. Is
Okay.
this you know that the owl bear?
Yeah, she's our friend. We found her when we were kids and kind of took care of her for the summer. No, it was just like a summer, was it? Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was the summer.
It wasn't years. It was
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. So were you here before?
No, she was in I want to call it Midgard. She was in Middle Earth. No, I don't know. I can't remember. She was in the material realm.
She came to your world?
Yes.
Oh. That's
We found her
curious.
and took care of her.
Yeah. She apparently had come with the carnival. The Witchlight carnival.
What?
What?
The what?
The
Yeah,
carnival
yeah.
travels all over the different
No.
planes.
No, I don't. I mean, it doesn't sound familiar.
It's
Maybe they don't come here.
Well, I mean, everything's from here, I think. Like, it's remind me, Josh, if I'm wrong. Like, isn't it connected to this?
So, I mean, it is of the.
Prismere, like it's.
I mean, it like there are links between it and here,
that are.
but its origin. Its origin was in the Shadowfell.
Oh.
Interesting.
All right.
But anyways, I mean, we
So,
know
but-
Juniper.
So you're friends and
Yes.
came from a carnival, came into your world, and
Right.
actually ended up here somehow.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't seen her in a long time.
They took her back.
Yeah.
Oh, did she was part of the carnival?
No.
Sort of. No.
Oh,
Did we ever figure out who her master was?
No.
So-
Did you ever ask around? In your time in the carnival?
I think you figured out, and if you didn't, then you would have figured out that like the carnival was watching her for someone else, when she escaped, and so and I think you were all there when
Candlefoot?
what's his name, Candlefoot was like, oh yeah, thanks for bringing her back, now we can call for her master to come retrieve her and like take her home. And
You
so
did meet the master, right? Like,
you did not, and what Candlefoot had told you was like, yes, her master will come retrieve her, so you can like say your goodbyes, and she'll be off at some point once her master comes to retrieve her. And then as far as you know, she was sent off with whoever this master was. Yeah, if you and Gil, if you asked around some more about that, you would have found out this other bit of information that I have in this other thing that I'm looking up. So she belonged to an elf who was friends with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. And this elf, let's see if you found anything more about this elf. Yeah, a guest of theirs. Let's see if there was anything else you knew about her. Her? Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of the extent you get of it. So an elf who was a guest of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, guest of the carnival, had some things to attend to and needed someone to take care of Juniper, and so she was entrusted to Witch and Light. She escaped, which they were very embarrassed about, so they were relieved that you brought her back. They were and they would have, at some point, Gil would have expressed their their thanks to you and their appreciation for that she got back safely, and that they didn't have to try to explain to this elf like, oh yeah, we lost your pet, sorry. So yeah, that's basically what you know.
All right. I mean, I guess we keep trucking.
Yeah.
so
And so, yeah, Clapperclaw kind of looks and is kind of eyeing the carriage. Like, oh, maybe I'll just, like, ride. And starts sort of like inching closer to it, like, can I ride in the
Gil was kind of like inching towards like taking it off.
Yeah, and it's not in good shape. Like, it's kind of dilapidated. It's, you know, obviously now it's a little beat up from being like dragged through the woods. So yeah, if you know, and I think you can probably get enough of a sense, Gil, like if you move like you're going to take it off, she seems kind of like, he's gonna like set me free from this thing. And so she seems like expectant of like, oh, this would be great.
Yeah, that I definitely would continue to, like, you know,
Yeah, and so if you unharness her, she kind of stretches out and seems relieved to not be pulling this thing around anymore. Not that it was like a huge burden for her, but
their NPC doesn't hurt, right? If you come with us, right?
Yeah. So
rub wherever the harness is on, get those feathers.
Yep. So yeah, she seems to be stepping a little lighter now that she's not dragging a cart around anymore. And Clapperclaw's kind of, oh well.
You're a guide, man. You can walk.
Would have been neat to say I rode in an owlbear chariot, but oh well.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to fit in anyways. So.
No, you weren't. Gil on top of the owlbear.
I don't know to what extent Bramwell's still riding on top of Gil whenever we travel. But...
Correct.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah. He think he is.
Okay.
Yeah, perched on top of his backpack.
Yeah. And as you're kind of like making ready to continue walking, and Bram pops up there, Juniper kind of looks up at you, Gil, and kind of gives you a little nudge, like as if to say, you want me to take him? You want him to ride on me?
Bram, you want to ride on Bramwell, you want to ride an owlbear? Or are you comfortable?
Sure. If Juniper wants me there, then I'll go there.
Owlbear mount.
Yeah.
Bramwell hops off of Gil's shoulder onto the back of Juniper.
Yeah. Yeah, and she seems happy to have you up there, and she's seems ready to go. But she doesn't know where to go.
It's convenient, because neither do we.
And
general direction, right?
Yeah. And Clapperclaw. Oh. Should we go?
Yeah. Lead
okay.
on.
All right. Let's just over this way. It kind of leads you. So you'd kind of left the path you were taking to go in the woods, kind of leads you back to that path, and then again off to the northeast. Oh, we could move over to the map. That'd be cool. We don't need to be on this page anymore. And hopefully I fixed everything here. I think I did.
Looks right.
Okay, so you can see like green stuff. Yeah, forest and things. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, so you come back, and obviously like the scale, you guys are not to scale on this map because this map is crazy. But you're moving this way. And so you walk through the forest for a little while. And again, it's kind of this this pleasant sort of kind of pastoral almost, or sort of like I said, this sort of primeval, like quiet, sun dappled, just sort of pleasant day in the forest. And as you kind of come out of the woods, and this sort of cave mouth comes into view, you see there's this sort of cozy torchlight kind of spilling out from radiating from this cave. It's just sort of set into this wooded hillside. And then 20 feet from the cave opening, you see a tree with a weathered sheet of parchment nailed to its trunk. And Clapperclaw says, "Well, this is where my friend Nib lives. In there." Yeah, he's very friendly. Oh, a bit sad, I guess, but friendly.
You gonna introduce us?
Yeah, do you want? Yeah, are you ready to? You ready to go in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can introduce you. So, Clapperclaw walks up to the cave entrance and says, "Hello, Nib?" And from inside the cave, you hear, "Oh, yes, yes, come on in. Come on in."
Is Clapperclaw going in? Because I'll go in with him if he is.
And he's he's just sort of looking to the rest of you and waiting. Like, he looks ready to step in, but he's just looking to you all and
take the step.
Yeah. Right. So you enter this cave and you see inside there's this wizened old man wearing a blindfold and sitting at what looks like a sort of normal spinning wheel, and he's just got piles and piles of gold around him, and he's just spinning. And as he's spinning, he will reach down and grab a handful of coins, and as he does, as he touches them, you see them transform into these gleaming gold fibers, which he then runs through his spinning wheel. And so he's just sort of like doing this activity as you come into the cave. And as you get a little closer, he sort of perks up, like he can hear your footsteps. Welcome, guests, friends, I hope. And Clapperclaw, yeah, it's me. Oh, Clapperclaw, it's been some time since you've been here. Welcome back. Good to hear you again, friend. And you've brought some other guests?
Yes, thanks for hosting us. I'm Gil.
Gil, nice to meet you, Gil. And he's like turned towards you, but obviously can't see you. Blindfolded.
Nice to meet you too.
And all the time he's still spinning. Like, he doesn't stop spinning to talk. He just keeps doing this activity.
Cax. I'm Cax.
Cax. Interesting.
And Bramwell.
Bramwell? Yes.
You're a
Ushka.
Ushka. Yes. Well, nice to meet all of you. Welcome, my humble little cave. And yeah, he's a looks like a human.
Is there anything else but gold, the spinning wheel? And like, does he have like a bed?
No. It's
A
just
kitchen?
piles and piles of gold coins in this spinning wheel. And he's just working.
Is that gold that you're working with?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
That's a lot of gold.
It is. It is a lot of gold.
Is that?
How do you acquire so much gold?
Oh, I had this when I came here. And that's sort of why I'm here. See, I spent a lot of my life being cruel and heartless and earning all this from exploiting my tenants, keeping them miserable. I would just, buy up property, all this condemned property, and rent it out, and I charged them far beyond their means, far beyond what they should have been paying far beyond what anything was worth, and well, Granny Nightshade is helping me make amends for my past. So I came here, I told her I wanted to put all my bad deeds behind me and put all these ill-gotten gains to good use finally, and make up for at least some of the hurt that I caused. And so she cursed me to dwell here in this cave forever, spinning my gold into, well, whatever would be useful for anyone who comes my way. So here I am.
So just to get it straight, she helped you by cursing you.
Yeah, she's helping me atone. She's helping me set things right.
What do you make
Well,
with the gold?
I mean, whatever anyone needs. Is there something you need?
We need to get to Granny Nightshade.
Oh, well. I mean, you're in the right place. She's here. She's in Loomlurch.
Well, and so Clapperclaw here suggested you might be able to help guide us to her residence.
Well, I can't take you there because I can't set foot out of this cave, but I can point the way.
Is it a long way?
From here?
Yes.
It's a couple days of walking, I suppose.
Oh.
Unless, well, I mean, if you walked straight through, I suppose it would take you less than a day, but I mean, if you walked quickly enough. But it will probably take you longer.
Why?
Well, there are a great many things to see here, and it would be a shame to, miss some of the beauty along the way. Or so I hear, anyway.
We're kind of in a rush, though.
Oh, well, but maybe after your task is complete.
Maybe.
What do you make? Like, what can you make?
I can make a great many things. Probably most anything you could think of.
Can you make a pie?
Well, it would be made of golden, so you wouldn't be able to eat it, but I could make the shape of a pie.
I mean,
So,
I mean, if you don't know what it is you want, you just know that you need something, then I can make you something.
I don't know that I need anything golden, but we all need something, I suppose.
Well, what do you need?
we need the way to find where we're going.
well,
Well,
how long does it take?
you don't need gold for that. Oh, to make something?
Yeah.
Oh, just a few moments.
Harp. Make me a golden harp, then.
A golden harp? Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Like a full-sized harp? You're looking for like a,
Yeah, like a
carryable,
well, yeah, something
Regular
you,
size,
small
carryable
instrument?
golden harp.
something you can carry with you. You're a musician, then.
I am. Like clunking around instruments. Not that he can see that, so yeah, that would make perfect sense. Perfect sense. Yes.
Let me just look something up. This is quite the. I guess I didn't quite expect maybe asking for a harp, but he will. I mean, he'll make a harp for sure.
His liar.
I don't know what he was
liar list.
expecting.
They call it. They say the wrong. They say
We
the
asked
wrong
for a pie.
Yeah, a pie
They could make
and a
anything.
harp.
I was like, all right, maybe it's
Is it
like
what-
magic. Turns gold
I don't know
into
what he
stuff.
would want.
Look, we have a hot air balloon, a swamp balloon.
Golden horse.
Take us flying there.
Yeah.
Can I get plate armor? Golden plate armor?
I mean,
I think that
That
gives you
seems
like
quite heavy.
that lowers your AC.
I don't know.
You look really good.
Is how gold is this? Gold? Is it like regular
Is it
gold?
gonna melt in the sun?
no, I mean it's gold. Like he's weaving it into like gold fiber.
Oh,
Right.
But it's,
Whatever you
I
can
mean,
make
it's
out of golden fiber.
it's actual gold, and he seems to be. I mean, he seems pretty. Like he's making stuff that. Well, you'll see when he starts making it. I suppose.
Not just like a shirt.
Not just a shirt. No.
Golden underpants.
Yeah, give me some golden underwear.
Underwear.
Underoos.
Golden underoos. Perfect. All right. Let me see.
I feel like I saw a commercial recently. Got some gold woven into their jacket to keep them extra warm.
Gold in the jacket.
Yeah, there's a commercial for
That's
that.
pretty good.
There you go.
Like,
So he starts kind of concentrating and working on this working to just picking up coins, getting handfuls of coins, and then starting to run them through his spinning wheel here, and as he does so, why is this so big? All right, let me see. Where are these things? Now it's fun. I get to look up magic items. I mean, what? Magic items? Huh?
Magic.
Wait, what?
Magic pie would have been amazing.
A magic pie.
I already have a magic cake. I don't know what it does.
Yeah, you do have.
I'll
you have
go-
a magic cupcake.
I'll go for the magic harp.
I mean, you could just
Never
eat it
doubt about that.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
You never know. All right, so let's see. We got. Tell me what I can give Cax here that is made of gold and can be spun out of a wheel. Oh, this is the worst. Hang on. I'm going to just go and get a book.
Made of paper?
There, I mean to slow things down. Should have said. I don't know what I should have said. A flute.
No way, the harp was the right call. First thought's the best thought.
A guitar. Golden fleece.
There you go. People go on big trips for that stuff.
This blind man lives in a tree. Cursed to spin gold into things.
That sounds like it sucks.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
All right. Clearly, I'm super prepared for this thing that I knew was coming, and yet here we are. All right, so in this cool book of stuff, have things. All right. No, none of that stuff is. Gotta find something really cool. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, this. I forgot how fun it is to flip through the books. Alright. Well, I found the thing. Okay, we like that. Now, where is it? I have to find where it is. Okay. Let's see. There it is. No, that's not it. It just tells me what it is? Wait a minute. This has got to be in here somewhere. Are you kidding me? This isn't in the book? Alright, is it in this book? Is that why? Okay. Ah, yes. Okay, so Johnny. He's kind of spinning spinning together the gold, and he starts to he starts to form it into into the shape of a harp. So it's got that kind of traditional like the one kind of straight and then the two sort of curved bits, and it's shaping up to be sort of like handheld, and so he's weaving, and it's, I don't know, it's like, it's, usually you out of a spinning wheel you expect some kind of, you expect like, you don't expect like items to come out, right? But he starts making this shape that very quickly sort of becomes solid, and then he weaves all these very thin strands of gold and strings the harp with them, and this only takes a few minutes, so he's spinning very quickly, and anybody who's got a passive perception of 11 or more, that everybody except maybe not Gil.
Sorry, Gil.
Drew, you're muted if you meant to be. Okay.
I'm very muted. Yes, 11. I nailed it.
Okay, so all of you see, as he's working, you glimpse ghosts behind him. Hey, why is my video off? Has it been off that whole time?
I didn't know if you were doing that intentionally. So
no, I thought I turned it back on. Anyway, hi.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so you start to see these kind of apparitions form behind him as he works, and you see various forms. You see like a grubby child peering over his shoulder. You see this gaunt coachman kind of looming in the back of the cave, and so like one appears and flickers into view and then flickers out again. And then you see another one. Coachman appears. Coachman fades away. You see a woman dabbing at tears with a handkerchief. She appears. She leaves. You see this kind of rail-thin, sort of wafy figure with an eye patch appears and leaves. And this just sort of happens through the course of him working. And then he finishes, and he's got this beautiful harp. And somehow you watched it happen, but you can't really understand, like your brain can't comprehend how, like, what looked like thread coming out of this has turned into a solid harp. Like, you watched it happen, but it's like it was thread and then it was a harp. I didn't see like any discernible way to turn thread into a harp. It just sort of happened. He sort of shaped it, formed it, and came up with this thing. Johnny, he hands you this harp, and you can tell like this is a beautiful instrument. You can tell that it's the quality of it is probably greater than any sort of instrument you've picked up. And he just sort of hands it to you and says, I hope you play it well. I hope it brings you happiness. Hope it brings you joy.
I try to play it.
Great. Make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. It seemed something was about to happen. Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Yeah. This will go great.
I was gonna say, I bet you're good at these.
Yeah, no wisdom best thing in the world.
All right. You take 5 psychic damage. As you feel like this has some kind of power that you do not understand, and trying to play it and release that power has hurt your brain. That is not a thing that is comfortable to do at this point.
I will put the harp down. And I'll step back.
How did it sound?
It was
how many notes did I?
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, you just got a couple, like you plucked a couple strings, and it sounded beautiful.
You okay, Cax?
No.
Sounded kind of nice.
I'm sorry. I thought yes, it was sounding quite beautiful. Are you okay?
It sounds great. At least out there, but in here, it didn't sound so good.
Yes, I'm sorry. You should take some time with it first. You should get to know the instrument before you play it.
It's fair. It's a good point. I will try that.
Yes. Well,
I just leave it here. Will he notice?
You don't want it? That's nice.
It hurt a lot.
What do you mean it hurt? You just gotta break it in, right? It sounded good.
After you, go ahead.
I mean, well, I don't really know how to. I mean, all right.
Are you gonna try to play it, Gil?
Yeah, give it a plot.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Gil's gonna crit the save here. I'm like, what's wrong? What are you talking about?
Like thing.
Oh, nope. That's not it.
Didn't specify the kind of crit.
So Gil, you pluck a note. Doesn't sound quite as nice as Cax is. You know, I mean, Cax is a trained musician.
A little bit.
But yeah, you feel this, like, it reverberates in your mind, and you take 6 psychic damage.
Oh, that does hurt inside. What?
Yes, I mean, yes, you should take time with the instrument before you play it.
What is that? What does that mean?
You should get to know it. You should become comfortable with it. You should wait until it feels like an extension of you.
A lot of instruments in my life, and I've never had to.
Then will it be good?
I imagine you'll be able to do wondrous things with it once you get to know it.
Cax, you gotta keep it, but just don't play it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
All right.
It was spun out of gold.
You're right.
Excuse me, Mr.
Right. Just don't let me play it for a while, okay?
Yes, is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, I
Wooden
mean,
harp of death. Got it.
so it's gonna be hard to describe, but could you perhaps make like armor? But with, no.
I could. Would that?
But could you put this design in? And I'm trying to think of how to show him. Could I show you?
Yes.
So I'll like pull out a book that I've got. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've got this book and it's like runes, dwarven runes, and so I'll kind of like I'll take his hand and I'll like trace a couple of the runes.
Okay.
I mean, is that too? I mean, I know. I don't want to ask too much, but
No, I should be able to do that. Is there a particular, like, kind of? I mean, what part of yourself would you like to protect?
oh, just I mean, I'm a big guy, so just as much as you want. But,
Your arms, your head, your chest. Feet?
yeah, I mean, probably like chest and vital parts.
Okay. Just give me a few moments. Let's see.
I'll explain instead. I've done a lot of. Ishka, you know this. I was researching dwarves and the runes and also the giants and I just always thought this would be cool.
Oh yeah, they're quite fascinating. There's even told those who can command the runes to give them power.
That's that's what I've heard about. I really been researching about that.
Isn't this gonna hurt you when you put it on?
We can hope.
Almost, but
He puts it on, and it's constant psychic damage.
Just
Yeah.
all the time, every round, every 6
Died.
seconds, psychic damage.
30 seconds.
I can take it. If the runes work.
For a little while, you could take it. That's for sure. All right, let's see.
I mean, I could take it a lot longer than I could take it yesterday, even though I rolled poorly. That's a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
You roll. Oh,
I rolled a 1 and an 8. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Could be worse.
It could be worse. All right, let's see. What are we gonna get for? What are we gonna get, Gil here? Something good.
You just shopping magic items?
I am.
right now?
I'm shopping. It's great.
Magic items spun out of gold. Fantastic.
Yep.
All have the same effect. 2d4 psychic damage every time.
That's all. That's the only thing he can make, as it turns out, is just
Cursed magic items.
magic, psychic damage, everything. Yep.
Max, you still probably ought to be able to use that harp to your advantage, even if that's all it does.
That's all it does? Yeah.
Yeah, just give it to someone. Be like, play this for me.
Yeah, the next time we meet those rabbit bandits.
Here you go. Here's a pretty nice harp.
Play this harp,
Strong.
guys. Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Can you make me a golden helmet of psychic resistance, please?
All right, let's see. What are we making for? Magic. Huh. Okay. All right, so he starts, you know, this kind of weaving process, you know, and you see, you know, you see, let me look at Bill real quick. I just want to peek it. I'll make sure this makes sense, what I'm doing. So you see him start to build this kind of, you know, this kind of,
Also have to put his arms around me to
Yeah.
be like.
so
This.
he starts building this kind of framework, and then he's like reaching up and kind of like, whoa,
What's that?
what? What, the trunk? What? And but then kind of, you know, weaves this thing together that, you know, it kind of looks at first like he's making a shirt, and, you know, he kind of gets to the end of it, and then somehow it's solid at the end. Again, it's like, it's very weird. It looks like he's, you know, working a loom, and then he ends up with this solid thing. And so he gets finished, and he presents this, and I hope it should fit. I hope it fits. And it's just, it's sort of a, you know, breastplate that's got a golden sheen to it. Yeah, and it fits.
Put it on
perfectly.
How's the brain?
Your brain is fine. But you kind of get the sense that this has some kind of thing it can do that it's not doing. Like, it feels like there's some kind of potential imbued into this item that is
The runes work.
that is just not. Like, there must be some. Like, the runic magic must be in there somewhere. It's just not. It's not coming
ready.
out yet. But it's there. It's definitely there. So it fits?
Oh, it was great.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad.
It doesn't hurt.
I hope it takes good care of you.
Thank you. Right, those are definitely like giant runes, right? Not dwarven runes.
The giant runes.
They're giant runes, yeah. I misspoke. I did a little study of dwarven runes, but and yeah.
But these are the
Giant runes are
these
really
giant runes. That's where it's at. Giant runes.
they're much prettier. Again, Gil lost his artistic skills, so he went into.
Yeah.
He can still write letters and runes though, and there are beautiful runes.
Yep. And
As long as you
giant.
just there's no
giant
creativity.
runes are
Yeah.
top notch.
Those are the runes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. And anyone else? Could I do anything for any of the rest of you?
Oh, not for me. I'm not much into metal things and jewelry or anything. If you could spin, into something other than gold, but no, I'm fine.
Well, at least let me give you something.
No, I mean we just need to go see Skabatha and deal with what we need to deal with.
Look, it won't take just but a moment. Please give me a moment.
I mean, okay. Thank you for your hospitality.
Yes. Well, you're very welcome. I see you are. Although you may be visitors to this place, you are understanding some of the way things work in this world.
We're learning.
Very different than my own.
Are we gonna owe him like big time? Whisper that to Cax. As we check out our new swag.
Probably.
Well, I think he's earning reciprocity by giving it to us. Right? He's trying to atone, so everything he gives away,
There's already been reciprocity.
we're helping him by taking it.
You are.
I think the fact we're visiting him living in a tree probably is. I don't think he gets many visitors.
He's in a
Besides Clapperclaw.
He's in a cave. I mean,
He is. I mean, yeah, he lives in a cave.
we're in the cave here.
All right, cave tree.
A little
whatever.
better than a tree.
Is it?
I mean, trees have. Yeah. And
So he starts to work again. He starts to spin, and again you see the same kind of thing. Like you notice these sort of apparitions pop up, and it's again sort of like you see some of the same ones. You see, some new ones, but it's the same kind of thing. They come and go. And he spends some time, kind of weaving together. Weaving together kind of what looks like a bag made of just sort of like golden fabric, golden fiber. And so it has a little bit, it's weird. Like sometimes when the light catches it, it looks like gold, like it looks like metal, but it's soft, it's cloth. It just has the appearance sort of a kind of a luster of gold. Not polished gold, but kind of dull luster. And he hands it to you, Ushka.
Oh.
I hope you find it useful.
I mean, it's always nice to have somewhere to put your things. Thanks.
Yes, you're very welcome.
And he'll get out. What do I have on me? He'll get out. He'll get out like some of his writing, a bottle of ink and a quill, and put those in there and be like, well, "Thank you," and then attach it to his belt.
Yeah. Weirdly, like when you put that stuff in it, the bag doesn't feel any heavier.
Oh, I mean, they're pretty light. Quill and ink, I probably just don't notice.
Yeah, probably not. That's probably it. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure they're in there.
Sure, I'll find them when I need them.
Yeah, probably. Well, and how about you, Master Bramwell? Is there anything you require?
I've thought a lot about it, and I can't think of something that that I need. I have this magnifying glass. Could you make something like this that would help me see things as they are?
Help you see things as they are.
But better, like this magnifying glass.
You wish to magnify things?
This does that. I didn't know if you could make something that does something else, or maybe something from far away. I'm not sure. Or if you have something else in mind. Your offerings are kind, and so I'll accept your kindness, but...
Oh, well, I mean, it's the least I can do. Let me think. What would improve... Ah, yes. I think I have just the thing. Give me but a moment. Starts working. And yeah, kind of spinning out, kind of two, sort of two round, kind of round eyepieces, and then there's sort of a little, kind of like a little nose piece and some sort of leaf-looking details going up off of them, and then makes a strap that, sort of looks like, has sort of the thickness and kind of weight to it of leather, but again, looks gold. And fashions a buckle, and then somehow makes lenses that are, translucent, almost transparent, out of gold. And so they have a little bit of a golden hue to them, but they look like just sort of slightly golden glass. Again, it's that thing where, you don't know how, like, you can't discern the process of, like, how this becomes the object that it is. But he hands them to you and says, I think these could be quite useful in the right circumstances.
He puts them on.
Let me see. So you feel like you already, I want to peek at Bramley too. Let me take a peek at the character sheet. Oh, roll 20. It's slow. Let's load this character sheet, shall we? There we go. Alright. So, do you have... so you don't have, just making sure, you don't have dark vision naturally, Bramwell?
No.
Okay. All of a sudden, you can see into the darkness in the back of this cave. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't dark all the way back there. Yeah, I don't know. Something about putting these goggles on. Yeah, it's really light back there. I don't know, say to about 60 feet back into the darkness of the cave.
All right.
You can see just fine.
Yes, yours was cursed, Johnny.
I'd say, where are the wisdom saves here? I'm really aggravated.
You got the special thing,
I did.
which means that dark vision goggles are less special than your harp,
Apparently.
which means your harp's pretty special. Or I just have a high opinion of dark vision goggles.
No, dark vision goggles work. Yeah.
Well, I hope all these gifts serve you well in wherever life takes you.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll put stuff in it.
Yes.
I think that they might, as Bramwell's lifting up and setting down
Yeah,
the
it's like
goggles.
dark light, dark light, dark light.
This is
Yeah, thank you
wonderful.
very much.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Well, it was nice. We really should probably.
Yes, you're on your way to Loomlurch.
And you said there was a faster way?
Well, if you just go directly there and don't bother with any of the sites, or visit with any of the other very, very kind folks who live here. They do come and visit me sometimes. Yes,
That's
I've made
good.
some good friends.
Imagine.
Yes, but if you're in a hurry, if you're busy and you need to go straight there, well then, yes, I can tell you the direction to go, and if you head straight that way, you'll get there.
Yeah, yes, please. That'd be perfect.
You will pass by some quite interesting things, and if you do make your way by you'll be close to the Wayward Pool, and if you've never seen a unicorn, there's one that dwells there. A magnificent sight. But if you don't have time for that, then just pass beyond
I'm sorry. You said what?
a unicorn.
Unicorn?
Yes,
Like a real
a
unicorn?
real unicorn.
Wow.
Quite something to behold.
Huh.
If you can get her to appear, that is.
But there isn't a alicorn here, is there?
An alicorn?
Is that what it's called?
Oh, not that I have heard of.
Oh. I mean, unicorns are pretty cool.
Yes, quite a beautiful creature, I'm told. If she appears to you, she doesn't appear for everyone. But yes,
well,
if you from here,
If we have time.
if you have time, yes. But from here, you'll pass out of the cave and you'll make your way north to the river. And then if you just follow the river north, past the pool, don't veer off to the left at the pool. Just keep following it north, or you'll pass by. You'll probably pass by one of the rings, and then you'll pass by another one of the rings, and then you'll be at Loomlurch. It's just massive, massive fallen tree trunk, hollowed out. All sorts of good things in there. I do quite enjoy the Goblin Candy Market. You can find some delicious treats in the Goblin Candy Market. So I know you don't have much time, but if you do have time, you should go there and get yourself something sweet.
Interesting.
The rings? What do you mean by rings?
Oh, there are. Well, you are in the Feywild after all, and there are fairy rings out there in the wild, and it's likely that you'll pass by a couple of them on your way to Loomlurch.
There's like fairies floating in a ring?
No, not exactly. But be careful near them.
That's the goblins, not the fairies.
Well, at least the goblins in the candy market.
Thanks for the advice.
And there are some wonderful things in Gloomlurch. The workshop is quite something. Granny Nightshade's own parlor is, well, it's something to behold. Again, from what I hear.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Oh, and on your way out, you don't seem like the type who would. None of you. You seem quite nice, but I caution you not to remove any of the gold from this cave, lest you want to share my curse. Your items are fine, but the coins you should leave. Leave them here.
Oh, of course. I hadn't thought of that. That would be stealing.
Yes,
Look,
like I said,
look
I
at
wouldn't
that, make
expect that
sure.
any of you would do such a thing, from what little I know of you.
But no, we're certainly not going to steal from you. We appreciate these gifts and your guidance.
Well, I wish you luck with whatever you're on your way to do with Granny Nightshade.
Good luck with your atonement.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be careful. She can be, well, she'll take advantage if she can.
It's what her sister said.
Just choose your words carefully when you speak with her if you do.
Okay. Bye.
Safe travels.
Start heading out.
He just goes back to spinning, picking up coins, spinning. Cax, are you taking the harp?
Yeah, I'm taking the harp.
Okay.
Damn it.
Good.
Got a headache for that thing.
All right. So, so you make your way out of the cave back into the forest, and Clapperclaw says, "Well, I must be getting back home, but sounds like you should be able to find your way to Loomlurch. Just follow the river, as Nib said. And be careful of the fairy rings."
Did we have a plan on how to get back to hither?
None.
Well, if we go in reverse, that only get it right to the boundary. Yeah.
And then we can stand and look at the fog.
There are other creatures here who probably, I don't know, like me, have traveled between the realms. If you really get stuck, Nib might know someone. He does have many friends here.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll find a way back.
Oh, most likely.
Oops.
I don't know if you. Okay. Yeah.
And
All right.
if
To the river.
if you're at a loss, find your way back to Nib, and he can probably help.
Wonderful. Well, safe travels to you.
Thank you, and to you as well.
See you
Good.
back in hither.
Good luck. Yes. See you when you return.
Oh.
I'm going to go see what's become of the king.
Be careful.
I will. And Clapperclaw walks off into the mist.
All right. To the river.
So
Let's go.
heading north towards
That
the
way.
river.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
Uh,
I mean, it's
turn Ushka around, make sure he's going north.
yeah,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, north. That way.
Yeah, this way. Yeah.
You should have asked for something to help you with directions.
Well, I mean, hopefully after we talk to the third sister,
Right, that's right.
it won't be a problem anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
And I kind of get the feeling that it wouldn't help even if it tried.
Yeah.
But this
No,
bag's very nice, though.
it's pretty.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, it seems to hold, at least ink and quill, which is good. And I'll look later.
I bet there's more to it than that.
Oh no, I'm sure it's just a simple bag.
Yep.
I didn't ask for anything, so
There's more to it. I'm sure. I know there's more to this too. I know it looks good, but
but you asked for it. I asked for nothing. I'm sure he was just like, here you go. Bags are a dime a dozen. I can make a copper a dozen. I can make them easily.
You want to play the harp?
I don't recommend.
I've never been very good with music.
Okay, I'm good with music, and it still wasn't good, so I would not. Just didn't know if it was.
Trying to do a trade check, trying to get his
Study
bag.
it and learn it, and see if you can try it again later.
What?
I'll heal you if you're harmed.
Yeah.
Are you actually you actually feel harmed?
Oh, that hurt. Yeah, it really hurt.
Oh, no, it's really bad.
Yeah.
When the sound goes,
Still
in,
have a headache. Still have a headache. Yeah.
it hurts.
Definitely make sure to study it then. Whew. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with it next time we get some downtime, whenever that'll be.
Whenever you want.
Start marching. Yeah, whenever we want. We got plenty of time.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got. I mean, look, it didn't take all that long to get here. It seemed like
No.
it seemed like a while, but it probably hasn't been that long. You probably
We
have
got days.
all sorts of time left.
All right.
Days and days. Yeah, I mean, she said she gave you more than enough time to do what you needed to do.
She wouldn't lie to us.
No.
Right.
I mean, you never got the sense that she was ever lying to you at any point.
That's true. All right. Well, we march.
So, heading north for the river.
Yes.
Okay. So you walk for a few hours, and it's again sort of this nice forest. And as you're walking along, and Juniper is walking along with you, carrying Bramwell as long as Bramwell wants to ride.
Yeah.
At some point, Juniper stops again and seems to be, doesn't do anything, doesn't throw you off, Bramwell, or do anything, but, or, start running around madly or anything like that, but seems a little agitated and is kind of sniffing at the ground.
All right. And say, wait, stop. Juniper noticed something. And so Bramwell hops off and takes a look around where Juniper's sniffing.
Yeah. And so you kind of clear away. There's some just sort of undergrowth here, and you sort of move that aside, and you can see there's another one of these footprints like you saw before. Not Juniper's footprints, the big ones.
The dragon?
Yep. Looks like it probably passed through here at some point, and you can tell now that you see it, Juniper clearly caught the scent of whatever it was, and is upset by remembering whatever made this print.
Probably should avoid whatever that is.
I agree.
What is it?
It's that dragon.
Oh.
We saw the dragon footprint earlier, and it's it again.
I mean, I'd love to study the dragon, but you know, some dragons are less kind than others. The little dragon we met was quite nice.
This is so.
All right, keep marching, I guess.
All right. Yeah, and after a little while, Juniper seems to kind of shake it off, but just for the next little bit, she's kind of like, every once in a while, I'll kind of look up and sniff around and nose to the ground for a second, and then keep going. And that gradually gets less and less as you continue walking. So you walk for a few more hours, and then
The dragon.
there's you spot ahead of you, so about 60 feet in front of you. You spot. Oh, neat.
6 dragons.
Yep, six full-size dragons. It
Well,
should
that's no
be.
good.
It should be fine.
Attack.
I'm gonna see if I have a picture of this. I think I do. Yeah. I'm gonna put a handout in your journal.
Oh, you rolled a good one.
I did roll a good one. All right. So now you should have a handout in your journal that says Blink Dog.
Yeah,
Oh.
those are friendly.
Yeah. Always. Yeah, they're always real happy creatures. So you see 8 of them. And what? It's fine. And anybody who has a passive perception of 13 or higher, sorry, Gil.
Nope.
So I think now we're at everybody but Gil. Yeah, so Ushka, Cax, and Bram, you notice they seem to be surrounding this kind of crudely dug hole in the ground. And they're just, these 8 are sort of like encircling this hole and like looking down into it.
Wasn't there a blink dog in the carnival? I feel like there was.
Yes, I think there was a blink dog. In the
So Gills probably thinks these things are just like,
yeah, they're just like
dogs,
just regular old dogs.
but they can whatever blink dogs do.
They, blink. Yeah. And as you kind of stop, and now you're not walking anymore, so there's not the noise of you walking, you hear that they're howling. And you can see you can see like little movements. You can't tell exactly what they're doing because they're all like looking away from you into this hole. But Ushka especially, like you can tell, to you this howl sounds mournful.
Okay.
Like you've been out with animals and sort of
the woods,
getting
the
a
speech
sense.
of the woods.
Yeah.
What I might get from it.
Yeah, you get that. Yeah, I mean it's this mourning kind of keening sound.
Oh, they're so sad.
Yeah, they seem very
Oh,
sad.
puppies. Should we help them?
Help them. Why?
We
Do
probably
what?
should help them.
Do what?
Well, I don't know. We should find out.
Can you talk to them?
Well, sort of. I think. I've learned a little bit of Sylvan here and there, and then, they're fey creatures. I think I could probably talk with them to a degree.
Oh, Sylvan? They
Oh,
speak
it's
Sylvan?
a beautiful, beautiful language.
Oh. I start speaking Sylvan to you.
I
You mean like this?
Of course, then you completely understand, right? This is
Yeah. Okay. They speak this language?
well, they don't speak the language, but of course, Sylvan is a language that is to a degree understood by such creatures, especially fake creatures. Wonderful, really. Where did you pick it up?
I here and there.
Oh, your dialect is very good, very natural.
See, this. Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. And you look into Gil and Bramwell. Sometimes I don't realize I'm. Sorry about that. We were just saying how lovely Sylvan is as a language. But I mean, should we help them though? They seem so sad.
Check it out and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all right. I'll go talk to them.
No, I'll go with you.
Okay. So Ushka will start approaching cautiously. I mean, he recognizes
Mhm.
Sure.
it's a pack of dogs,
Yeah.
Blink or otherwise. And he will approach in as non-threatening manner as he can. And well, it says beasts can understand my speech. I guess I don't know whether or not they will. I don't think they're monstrosities. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so he'll approach and he'll say, "Hello, friends. What's happened?"
And so they, as you approach, they and speak to them. They look at you. So they turn to you, and you get the sense that they don't want to be disturbed. Like they're a little sort of like annoyed that you've like talked during this thing that they have going on.
Right.
But they're not mad at you, and they don't like want you to leave. They seem to be like okay with the fact that you're here. They just don't want to be disturbed for the time being, but they'll tolerate your presence. And as you sort of like observe what's going on, they're all still doing this sort of sad howling, and now you can tell that what they were doing was putting things into this hole. And in the hole there's a dead Blink dog who's lying there, and now you figure out like, oh, they're putting gifts into the hole. This is a mourning ceremony that they're doing. And after only a handful of seconds after you approach, they stop the howling and they start digging and filling in the hole. And so they're burying their friend. And then once they're done with that, they kind of turn to you. And then you get the sense that like they're happy with you for kind of respecting what they were doing and not interrupting any further after you initially approached. And they seem to be able to understand you. But they don't seem to be able to speak what you're speaking.
Right.
Yeah. They're speaking a different language that I don't know if you...
I know a few languages. Druidic, Elven, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
Yeah.
Elven.
How about that?
Yeah, you said
one? Which is a language.
It's insane. No, the answer is no.
All right.
I didn't think to take that language.
Okay.
It's definitely a language you've seen before.
Yeah.
Definitely a language I've seen before ever.
Yeah. So you can't understand what they're saying, but you get the sense that they understand you.
I'm so sorry for your loss. And this will all be in Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry for your loss. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help ease your pain.
And you're sort of piecing together things from sort of like inflection and body language. and you get the general sense that like, no, they had to complete, they had to do this ceremony to say goodbye to their friend, but now it will soon be time for them to move on.
All right, well, thank you for allowing us to witness this. Truly a magnificent ritual you have there. I can't wait to write about it.
And
But they would.
yeah, they seem confused about like what is right about it. We don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But they seem like sort of respectfully, they kind of like appreciate that you were expressing sympathy and like aware that they were mourning, so they appreciate it.
I bid them farewell.
And they
turn to the rest.
Yeah, and they go loping off into the woods.
That was lovely.
I could have. Well, I guess it's not really important. You got the gist of what they were saying. I've been working on something. I think I can. Well, we'll run into something else. I'll try it next time.
Excellent. I'm excited.
But it seemed like you understood what they were saying, so it's not that big.
More or less. Less.
No, they didn't turn around and eat us, so I think
Oh gosh, I wouldn't imagine they would.
Okay.
Oh, it seems like Cax imagines they would.
I see why they're friendly dogs.
Yeah.
They're just puppies.
All right.
Yep, just nice friendly puppies. That's all.
In this nice, friendly land we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just
It's great here. It's beautiful.
All right.
Yeah.
nicer than the swamp.
It is nicer than the swamp. That's for sure.
True.
Yep.
Low bar.
It's a bar that's getting over.
So continuing to head on northward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So, and as you get up to sort of where they were, Bram and Cax, you can see there's kind of a mound of dirt here. And so now you can see the spot where they were doing this burial.
Let's walk around that.
That's nice. Not walking over there.
Not just stomp over the grave. They just.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that makes sense. All right, so so you make your way. You keep making your way northward, and then eventually, so this is a few. I mean, you've walked from Nib's Cave. Yeah, a little more than 6 miles. So a good walk, and you get up here to this place. And you come out of the denser forest into to sort of the edge of this 20-foot diameter circle that is full of colorful, like 6-inch tall toadstools, all sorts of different colors and patterns in this big ring. There's still like thick forest canopy overhead, but the ground is clear here, except for the toadstools. Let me roll a die. Okay, good. And then let me roll one more die, and okay. You don't see any creatures here. It's this ring of colorful, tiny mushrooms.
This is quite nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nicer than the forest we were just in, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you. I could use a break. Do we want to? Seems like a nice place to rest. Do we want to just rest here for a little bit before we carry on?
Could use a break.
You have been walking for a while.
Having it right, and this is a nice clearing. There's a nice circle of mushrooms.
Yep.
This is. Shouldn't we be avoiding this place?
Is this the fairy ring?
This is the fairy ring that we were warned about.
What?
Yeah.
Ring of mushrooms?
Like, do fairies live in the mushrooms?
in the mushrooms?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen a fairy ring. I hadn't really thought of it being mushrooms.
This is a ring of mushrooms.
It does,
I thought I heard in a story that fairies.
It's a ring of mushrooms.
So we just go around it then?
and yes,
How
it
harmful
would,
it be, though, but yeah.
it would be fascinating to meet some fairies. I don't know why we would need to avoid fairies.
Aren't they? Aren't some fairies though a little
Chaotic?
manipulative, mischievous, tricky?
I mean, maybe, maybe those stories aren't entirely true, right? We've never met a fairy. Could be the...
I would argue that we've met enough in this place to say that I don't met a fairy, but like
We've met
I don't know.
plenty of very nice folk.
I mean, I've heard bad things about Goblin, and Nub said eat their candy, so I don't know.
We've also met some not nice folk.
True. But I mean, come on, fairies? Can't be that bad.
They're tiny, right? Little things.
So what? We just knock?
I don't know.
Maybe they ran away because they heard us coming.
Can't go traipsing about their mushrooms.
Maybe
No,
they
we
just
shouldn't. Especially if those are their homes. We shouldn't.
quietly wait, come out, kind of like bird watching.
Oh, I wonder if you can do fairy calls like bird calls.
Hmm.
Jax, I bet if you played something nice, they'd come out.
Oh, maybe.
Fair. It's a good idea.
Hey, Cax.
Oh shit.
So your changelings are fae creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get near to this ring of mushrooms, you feel like there is some kind of magic here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell specifically that it is like a fae origin magic. You can't really tell what it does, but you've heard of all sorts of weird things that can happen in Faeland. Or you sort of know of.
Mm-hmm.
Fae magic is a thing, and it can be very powerful. And you get the sense that yes, there is some kind of Fae magic within the circle that you can sense even from outside of it.
Okay.
You're getting a feeling.
It's not good. But do y'all feel that?
What's that?
What?
Slight
You
breeze,
don't.
maybe.
That
Tired?
ring, there's something more to this ring than just this is where fairies live. It's probably where fairies live, but there's magic here.
Oh, you feel magic?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go in and detect magic, see where it's coming from?
I think the whole thing is magic. Or I mean,
Oh.
it's a fey type of magic. I don't know if it's necessarily like a thing we want to go traipsing into.
Oh. Well, we can go around, like you said.
I don't know. It just I can feel. Y'all can't feel that.
No, well, and I mean, I guess, was it Nibs? Nibs did say we should avoid them.
Or just
Maybe meant
or
the
be
ring.
careful around them at least.
Maybe they got like a sleeping thing to put you to sleep with their magic spell or something.
All right, well then let's go ahead. We'll go around, and we don't have to worry about the fairies.
I think that's probably safest right now.
Circles are the worst. Which way?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, come this way. We'll go this way.
Yeah, it's like a square. There's
Yeah,
corners.
roundabouts.
We all looked to the druid, and the druid looked at us like,
Right.
oh yeah, right.
Usually, like, and we're at like the edge of it, and Ushka even looked backwards, like maybe we're supposed to go that way. I can't orient myself.
We'll go
Where
this
did
way,
we
yeah.
come in from?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell.
Circles are the worst.
Yeah, so you make your way around the circle of mushrooms, and then after a little more walking, you do get to a river. It's not, it's not huge, but it's big enough that like this is clearly. Oh, when Nib told you, like, you'll get to the river, and that is the thing to follow. This is it. This isn't just a stream, it's definitely the river.
Oh, wonderful. You made it. Well, this far.
This way.
Yeah.
North.
Yeah, and so the river, and you can tell, like, at the point you meet it, so you're kind of like by this sort of little hill. It's going more east and west, but you can tell it's bending northwards to the west and bending southwards to the east. So even though you'll be going a little bit west for now, that is the way that will eventually take you north.
I try to explain that to Ushka and then just give up. We start walking.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
so if we head west a little bit, it will turn back. Do you see where it turns to the north? And then the north.
Well, I mean, I see it turns.
Yeah,
How do
so
you know
that's
it's north?
right, because so if you're going north this way, then the west is on your left.
How do you know it's north? He just waves. He doesn't say it. He just waves.
It's like a conversation we've probably had 100 times before.
Yes. And you just
this
can't.
is how you go north. Yeah. Okay. So walking along the river, you come around, you sort of follow it around this bend, and as you get to the sort of second bend around this way, you can see in the distance, there's mist drifting over the surface of a small lake. There are kind of forested crags on the north and eastern shore, on that side of the lake. And you can kind of see you can see enough of it to see there's some like mossy rocks sticking up out of the shallows. And then near the center of the lake, there's a little rocky islet. Just like, it's not very big, but big enough that like you could all go be on it if you had some way to cross the lake. Yeah.
So this is where the unicorn's supposed to be over here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
What Nib said.
Man, that sounds cool. But
I'd love to just get a sketch of, man, fantastic.
they're like supposed to be really impossible to find, though.
Well, but there'd be no accounts of them if they are impossible to find, so they must be findable. But I'm sure we probably couldn't find a unicorn. That we probably should just keep going.
We
Well,
can
let's-
look back.
Yeah, let's follow the river for a while until we get closer to it.
Okay.
We can see what it looks like from a different angle.
We keep following the river.
So yeah, you follow the river along. And as you go, you can keep an eye, like the river bends a little bit, and the pool is on your right, the lake, and you can just sort of see it. Yeah, it's this. It's again all sort of shrouded in mist, so you can't make out too much about the lake itself. You can sort of get to a point where you see kind of the end of the peaks that are around it, and you see there's more forest that way. You kind of get to see the end of the shore over here, and get a sense of kind of the size and shape of the lake. And it's not very big. But yeah, you don't see any activity around it.
You're dying to see one, aren't you, Ishka?
Gil's been looking that way the whole time too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not dying to. It's just it would be kind of interesting, right? I mean, what a story to tell.
Wouldn't it be great to come out of here with fewer stories, though?
I don't like some of the stories we've gotten.
I mean, they do make for good tales.
Just today
I'll
we've
have
been
a plethora of material to think about and
flying in a balloon and
far and wide.
Flying in a balloon and then wandering straight to the tree that we're trying to find?
I mean,
If we found a unicorn along the way, that would be pretty awesome.
it's probably going in the song either way, isn't it, Gax?
Yeah, but if I actually had some, source material, some actual, first-hand source material, it would be even better.
Would probably be a better song, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Primary source is so much better than,
I mean, we're right here. It's like you can see it. I mean, maybe we could just, go rest by the water, right? We didn't get our rest in. Let's just,
Yeah.
Well, and yeah. So where are we along the river here?
So you first caught sight of it like coming around sort of this bend. So you could have made your way anywhere from like up here to up here, sort of like up to where this other branch kind of splits off.
I guess we kind of get closer, we see that we have to cross anyways. It looks like, right?
You will have to cross.
Yeah.
So maybe we go dry off by the lake after we cross.
that sounds reasonable.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, it's a unicorn, right? They're good. Like it's not like it's gonna come stab us.
I'm getting a little hungry.
Whoa,
Yeah,
hold on,
like
Gil.
for
Now we're going to view a
Oh,
unicorn.
God, come on.
Oh yeah, the hat.
I'm just saying that was bad timing on your part there.
No, I was just thinking maybe we have a nice little snack by the river, by the lake. Enjoy rest, get to know our harps. Would be good.
That would be nice.
And get this headache gone. I still got this headache going.
Yeah, my head's still ringing a little bit
I need a
too.
nap and some good water. All right. Yep. Over the river.
Yeah,
Over the river.
Crossing the river.
Yeah. How big is
The
this
river. You've been going through
Yeah.
the woods.
Just-
You can make it across. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to, you'll have to sort of swim a little bit in the middle of it as it gets kind of deep. Well, Gil might not
Ushka
have
loves
to.
it.
Ram definitely will have to.
Ushka does some extra swimming around
Yeah.
as they go.
But yeah, it's not that wide. It's probably okay, so several hundred meters across, but it's nothing. It's not. I mean, it's not an exhausting swim. It'll take a little while to swim across it, but
Do you guys
but
mind
after
if
a few
something?
minutes, you get on the other side, and you can kind of walk. You can walk the first bit as it kind of slopes down in the middle, and then you walk the last bit as it slopes back up out the other side.
just to be extra cautious? I'm gonna try a thing.
I like being extra cautious.
So Gil's going to. I just want to make sure like we all get across safely, and we're gonna rest anyways. I'm gonna try it. So Gil kind of wades out into the water a little bit.
In the river.
Yeah, and he kind of does something with like he pulls out a one of his rune books and takes a look, and then he's kind of figures it out, and then you see him kind of the rune starts to glow, and you see Gil start to grow, and so
He was already huge.
yeah, so he was a very large medium.
Right.
So I guess he goes to like a very large.
Wow.
So I can definitely walk across the river now, I
Oh
presume.
yeah, absolutely.
So I
Yes,
was
you are
like,
big enough to not even have to swim.
So, and then he just will like, he'll pick you guys up,
Oh,
like
no.
all of you.
Oh, no, I was going to
Or
swim.
not, yeah, you're not Yushka, but because his carrying capacity is now very large.
Yeah. So can you
all
carry a
Can you carry
changeling,
Juniper?
a owl bear, and a heron? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he easily.
Awesome.
So he's got like,
Scooping everybody up.
yeah, I can carry one size bigger than my size.
Oh, so yeah. So
So
you
you
can
can carry
carry a
something.
huge creature.
I can. So it's like I have huge.
Oh,
strength
you're okay. You
Oh,
act as if
carrying
you're a huge creature for the purposes of carrying stuff.
of carrying capacity.
So yeah, I think you'll be fine.
So I'll just start picking up owlbears and.
Yeah, I think a huge creature could carry an owl bear.
Um,
How about that?
oh, this is so neat.
That's amazing.
Wow.
This was the giants. This is how they do it. And I'm kind of geeking out about giants and yeah,
Right.
as I
Giant
help
magic.
portage us across.
Yep.
After a minute, I shrink.
That's enough time. I mean, you can just sort of walk through, get across,
Yeah.
set everybody down on the other bank.
Thanks.
for indulging me.
Well, that was unexpected.
I thought it was time to try. It was,
That seems quite handy.
cool.
Yeah, so you come out on the other side of the river, and you're making your way towards the lake.
Yeah. Gonna go take a short rest.
Yeah, so you still
Through
have
the
to
lake?
kind of go
No,
through
big
the
one.
forest. So you're walking, as you sort of like came up out of the river, you're like, okay, the lake, we saw it that way. We have to get back kind of into the dense forest. And then when we come out, if we just go straight north, basically, we'll be at the shore. So you're walking for several minutes, and then anybody who would like to can make, what kind of check is this? I think this is, yes, survival.
That's right.
All right. I don't know how Ushka figured this out. It's like the mystery of not having a clue, I guess. But Ushka and Bram, sort of like at the same moment, you come to the realization that, like, as far as you can tell, you did not veer off course. You came out of the river and you walked straight towards the lake, which is big enough that, like, you should hit the shore even if you veered slightly off course. But eventually you realize you've gotten back to where you started, like where you entered the forest after you came out of the river, without feeling like you changed direction.
I'm sorry, guys. Because this is normal for Ushka. That's not a new thing. Like, that's just how Ushka is. Like, he got somewhere and was like, darn it, I shouldn't have been leading. But what he realizes is he wasn't leading. But I apologize anyway.
What's wrong?
What? We got back around to here. You guys shouldn't follow me. I don't know what happened. You weren't following me.
We weren't. We were just kind of heading towards the lake, right?
Well, but we should have been there by now, and we're back here.
Huh.
Well, I think that settles it then. Let's continue onward.
Follow the river. Fuck this.
Oh. That's weird.
This is what it's like for me all the time.
Yeah, that is.
Do you think the unicorn, like, made us come back this way?
Probably it.
Man, that's awesome.
We should try again.
We should try. I mean,
End up
we
in
could
the
try
same
one more
spot.
time.
It's the unicorns keeping us on track. It's looking out for us.
We're gonna go for a rest. I mean, I need that snack and rest.
I could use a snack.
Do it by this river, but we could go do it by the lake.
Maybe we just need to be a little more mindful this time as we're walking. And
We can do it. Come on.
we don't have to.
Well, if we're gonna end up back in the same spot anyway.
Then there's nothing to lose.
Right. And it didn't take us that long to get back here, so it's not like
Right.
Oh, goodness.
Bram loves everything about it.
it's too chaotic for Ren.
Yep. So walking again, like, yes, we know
Better this time.
we know that the pool is that way, and we're going to concentrate on, like, going in this straight line directly to the lake. And you're walking, you're walking, you're walking, and eventually you get back around to that spot where you left the river. It's like we absolutely certain that we were walking straight towards the lake and did not deviate.
It's a freaky circle.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Freaky. Not that this isn't a regular circle.
It's a freaky circle. All right.
Yep.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, I don't think that's your fault, Ushka.
No, that was.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we're doing it wrong. Maybe you should follow me. Well, we've been following you, and you know where you're supposed to go. I never know where I'm going. Maybe that could help.
I also could end up somewhere very, very different.
Or we just end up back here.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're gonna point you in the direction of the lake.
Well, I know
No,
it's away
don't.
from the river. That's all I need to know. I think we'll try
Yeah.
it, right? We'll try it and we'll see if maybe having no sense of direction helps.
It would be hard.
We'll just end up back here, but I mean, you try it.
Okay. Find us.
All right. Ushka takes the lead.
Ushka's leading.
Completely just headed,
Yep.
you know,
But
whatever way. and it's meandering.
we've pointed him towards the lake.
And,
And we
and,
pointed
and
him towards the lake.
we'll try and keep track of where we actually end up going in case we end up going like sideways for a long ways. Like Gil will actually try and keep track of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not a straight path.
And
Josh.
so, yeah.
This is definitely a
Bramwell
meandering
is going to
path.
be investigating the forest as we move through it.
And so clearly, like, yes, you are veering all over the place. Like, you are not going straight towards the lake. It's all over, like way this way, way that way. And you're like, okay, this is all new. And then after, you know, you're walking, you're like, okay, yeah, new. This is all okay. Where are we going? I think we're still heading. I mean, we should hit part of the lake. Like, it's big enough that we'll see the shore somewhere, right? Oh, this is where we started. Like, it dawns on you after a few minutes, like, somehow we ended up back here again. We took a very different way because Ushka was wandering all over the place. And somehow you're back at that spot.
Well, we tried.
But that is good source material.
Gonna be a
Well,
good
I mean, I
song.
guess we could have a snack by the river instead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hungry.
Ushka will sit down and get out some food.
Our fourth time here.
Yeah.
Back by the riverbank.
Third time. Remember. Yeah.
So,
So
Take a short rest.
sitting down, taking a rest.
Yeah.
Short one, yeah.
it was interesting that Nib would say something about the unicorn at the lake, but then there's no obvious way to get to the lake.
Maybe he's never really been here, right? Isn't he kind of stuck in that cave?
Maybe it helps that he can't see where he's going.
Oh.
You have to walk with your eyes open. That's not.
Maybe he's not walking blind enough.
Well, we followed you. That's pretty blind.
Pretty blind.
Yeah. But I don't know how else we would. It's interesting. Yeah, how long are we going to sit here?
An hour-ish.
I was thinking that.
Wow.
We're going to take a nice little rest. We've been walking for hours.
Yeah, it's been.
You've been
Right?
walking
Take a
for
rest,
a
get a
very long
snack.
time.
And Ushka's going to reach into his brand new pouch to find his ink and quill. He's going to get it out and draw and write about the blink dogs. And it's just so he's looking into his new bag and he looks down into it.
There's a lot of space in there. Like,
Huh.
a whole lot of space in there.
Looks from the outside and looks from the
Yeah.
inside.
There's
The bag's broken.
Yeah. Like, you would think that the ink and quill would take up the size of this bag, like, it should take up a good bit of the bag.
Right.
But, yeah, there's a whole lot of space in there. It doesn't quite make sense. Oh yeah, your whole
Into
arm
there
just
and-
goes right in.
Get the ink and quill back out
Yeah.
and get his book out and start making notes about the blink dogs and now this crazy bag and
And so
make
yeah, and
notes.
you can all see, like, there's a bag that's about this tall, and Ushka puts his entire arm into it.
There
So-
it is.
Yeah. So it should really only come up to about here. But Yeah, he's in up to the shoulder.
I bet Bram could fit in that bag.
Hey,
No, I mean, no offense. I'm just saying that. I mean, maybe Ushka could fit in that bag.
Maybe.
Gil probably could fit in that bag, but
No.
That's cool.
That is
That's a magic.
pretty interesting. I've heard of these things. I've just.
I don't know if anybody's
I am.
regaining hit points. But assuming we make it through the hour, I will sing, not using the golden harp.
No? Are you doing anything with the golden harp though?
I am
During
not
this
right
hour?
now. I don't trust it right now.
No?
It did kind of attack.
No. Yeah. Like I need to be at my most full strength to wrestle that thing.
Well, I mean, you know, just holding it doesn't seem to cause any problems.
Yeah, but then I'd be tempted to pluck the strings, and I don't feel like that would be such a smart thing to do.
Maybe you just need to do them really carefully. I don't know. But if you'd rather just keep it tucked away, then
Yeah, that
no,
mean
no harp
I'll
music
be
right now.
careful the first time, but yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, not right now.
Gil, are you doing anything with your fancy new armor?
Oh, I'm definitely like admiring it and snacking in it and wiping the crumbs off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Checking out my runes. You know. Making sure it's, you know, all looks like it was well done.
Yep.
Sure, you didn't need the extra one, but get the extra one.
But you got it.
I rolled a decent.
Yeah, you're all good. We both rolled pretty good, but you know.
Thank you. It still sounded great. And it was great.
Yes.
Still, like, I wish I had more hit points to earn back.
How late in the day is it getting?
It's kind of hard to tell. You've been walking for hours and hours and hours. Like, if you had to guess, I mean, you know, it still seems like that sort of sun-dappled forest. But you feel like you've been walking for the better part of, like, a day.
Do we start finding a spot to camp out for the night then?
I guess.
Yeah. And so, like, in terms of your own sort of, like, internal time sense, that's how much time it feels like has passed. But you don't feel particularly tired.
Oh.
I mean, it's just sort of like, maybe a little weary from, like, we've been walking for a long time. But not like, I could fall asleep on my feet.
I mean, I kind of feel okay. Do we want to just maybe go a little farther?
Yeah, we can go further north away from this pond. That sounds fine to me.
Well, I hopefully we'll, I don't know, still be kind of close, just in case a unicorn runs by.
Mhm.
You know, like sometimes they do. They just,
You know what horses do? I
yeah,
don't know.
they just can't run
Maybe
by
we're just not at the
sometimes.
right. Maybe if we get further north, then we have a better angle of the lake.
Maybe.
Maybe we're just not approaching it from the right side.
I wonder if we could. I mean, not that we're going to, right? I think it's like approaching from over the mountains maybe is easier because it's hard to get, you know, I would hope lost just falling down a mountain.
Tumble down the whole thing into the lake.
Right.
I like that
Keep
plan.
up.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, well then, yeah, I guess we follow the river north a bit more.
Yeah. Okay. So head north, and you can still kind of see the, you can see the lake off to your right as you follow the river. It sort of runs parallel to the lake as you kind of get around this bend. And then as you go a little further, you start to see, like, it's starting to, fade a little further away from the river, and you start to lose sight of some of it behind the the crags. If you keep going, that is.
Maybe on the way back.
On the way back.
Yeah, that's definitely the safer way to do it.
Maybe we'll come back down over the mountains.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Just tumble
Tumble
right
right
into the water. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Just Assassin's Creed dive will be fine.
Can't.
But you just got to find the right peak to jump off.
There'll be an eagle. We'll know.
Yep. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So you as you kind of move around this bend, you see this gigantic gnarled oak comes into view. You've seen other oaks in this forest, and unlike the other ones, this one looks unhealthy, and it has golden brown leaves where everything else in this forest is green. There's a thick carpet of dead leaves surrounding it on the ground, and 3 rusty sickles are lying among that carpet of leaves. And then standing next to each sickle is a bleeding goat. Bleating, not bleeding. Making goat sounds. Yep. Yep. And then among the boughs of the tree, you see there's 8 tiny houses made of woven twigs and nestled in various spots around the boughs. And you see squirrels darting nervously around these like wee little domiciles that appear to be in the tree.
Oh, poor tree.
This is strange.
It's very strange. He'll just start immediately talking in goat.
Answers that question.
And just talking. What's happened here, friends?
So, let me see if I have a picture of these things that are here. Do I have a picture?
Well, they're not normal goats, are they?
Not of the goats.
You got a picture of them.
It's a goat.
Like, you need a picture.
Actually,
of
wait,
them?
I do have a goat picture. You want a goat picture? I can get you a goat picture.
I don't need it.
Josh, we want a goat picture.
Yeah.
Please.
Actually, does it have? Oh no, it doesn't have the player handout picture. I'm sorry. There is a
That's
goat.
okay.
I have some goat tokens I can put
A
out.
token.
If we need a goat token at some point,
You can throw it
we
on
We
the
start fighting the goats. We're fighting alongside the goats.
we can get you a goat token.
Right. Yeah, we befriend one of the goats and it joins us.
Yeah, recruit an NPC, Yushka.
Let's see. Do we have a picture of this? Yeah.
An owlbear companion.
Yeah, we're gonna go one
I
way.
hit goat.
All right. So you will have in just a moment a handout that says Pixie. So 3 of those pop out of the boughs of the tree, and they say, "Oh, be careful! Be careful! Oh, don't disturb the goats! Goats, we don't want them to turn back. Don't disturb them."
What do you mean
What
turn
are
back?
they?
Oh, we don't want those. They're not goats.
These are fairies we're not supposed to trust.
Is the pixie speaking common?
Yeah, they're not fairies. They're pixies.
Pixie and a fairy.
Yeah, but yes, only Ushka and Cax understand them because they're
Oh,
speaking Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Then return and so. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. What's happened here? What's wrong with the tree?
Oh, these. Well, they assaulted it. I mean, well, they assaulted our houses up there.
These not goats?
Yeah, they're not goats. They're red caps, but we turned them into goats.
Oh,
So they would stop.
what if anything do we know about red caps? Like I know what I know about them, but
Yeah.
What's the fairy?
A red cap?
Oh, yeah, red cap. They're well, there've been a lot more of them than there used to be.
oh,
But please,
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean by a red cap?
oh, you don't know about red caps?
Again, forgive my ignorance. We're not
what do
from
we do?
around
I
here.
don't know. I'm
Well.
a sage, but I don't know how.
Well, we'll tell you all about red caps next time.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're wrapping up for this time, because we all want to go to bed at some point. But we'll be back sometime with more D&D. I don't know.
Maybe
when.
it's some days more Scion.
It would,
Or
yeah,
Scion.
and maybe Scion again sometime. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be back next week. We'll see how things are going in life. And then the week after that, I think, the week after that's Thanksgiving week.
I'll be gone.
Yeah,
So-
we'll be gone.
So maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe we'll see you in 3 weeks. Who
Maybe
knows?
we'll see you in December.
Maybe we'll see you in December. We'll
But it could be
definitely,
December 1st, which is still 3 weeks.
we'll definitely see you in December because December looks pretty good for some gaming. Maybe even like, I don't know, every week. We'll see. But thanks for hanging out, and we will see you whenever the next time we're doing this is.
Yeah.
All right. Good night,
Yes.
everybody.
Night.
Good night.